So I'm heading to the airport. It's like 5:40 a.m. I have a 6:56 show, I think. Yeah, I have this 2-day trip. I'll come back home tomorrow night. So I'm just getting myself in work mode. I have 3 flights today. A Palm Springs turn, so basically Phoenix to Palm Springs and back to Phoenix, and then a really short flight to Tucson. So we're gonna knock this out. We'll be done early today, like 1 p.m., which is good. And yeah, let's do this. So I just got to the airport. I'm mad early. It's 6:10 right now. I don't have to be to my gate until 6:56. Usually I'm that person that's pulling into the parking lot with 13 minutes to get to her gate. Not today though. But then what happens when I do get here early is I sit in the car forever and I still end up with like 10 minutes to get to my gate. So not today though. I have a student. So at my airline, we do IOE, which is initial operating experience. It's like your first time on the aircraft once you've graduated from ground school. Not every airline does an IOE like officially. Some just do a fam ride once you get out of ground school, but usually those airlines, they cover a lot more of in-flight during ground school, where my airline doesn't. So I do work for a regional airline. We co-share with American. Yeah, so I have a student today. I what to say. I have a student today. So I'm gonna be meeting her at the gate. So I probably will try to get in there a little bit earlier than usual, just so I can go over, make sure she's uniform compliant, make sure she has all her required items, answer any questions she has. If we can get on the aircraft early, that'd be great. We're supposed to show up 45 minutes prior to takeoff, so that gives us 15 minutes to do our safety checks and to stow our bags and just get ready for the flight. And then within that 40 minutes, it also includes 30 minutes for boarding. So yeah, if we can get on early, I would give her a few minutes to get acclimated. I talked to her. She was a little nervous. We'll see if she wants to get on the vlog with you guys. It'll be great. So today I have my little setup, my little luggage setup, since it's such a short little 2-day. I legit was not bringing my whole travel pro bag, so I just have my little mini rollerboard. I literally got this at the Goodwill for $6, y'all. Like, I always suggest going to the Goodwill. I find bomb deals. The first bag I ever carried, like for the first year of being a flight attendant, was from the Goodwill. And then I just have my little coach bag, and yeah. Okay, so how was your first flight?
It was great.
What was
the best?
What was the most surprising thing about the flight? Was there anything that like you weren't expecting?
It was just empty.
Yeah.
It was very
We had
empty.
like 33 people. Was there anything that made you feel nervous, like beforehand, that when you got on the plane you're like, okay, that was nothing?
The announcements.
The
I was like, the phone was like
did so
shaking.
good,
I
though.
was like, I don't even know.
You did so. I literally had people cry during their announcements because they were so nervous. So she really did good, y'all. So now we're gonna go up front. So then we'll come back and you can let us know like how FA1 was, because that's gonna be a lot more stressful.
Oh,
Trust me, she's got this. I love this air. I love Palm Springs. Have you ever been to Cali? It's like your first time in Cali? It's your first time ever in California.
Hey.
It's so funny. Every student I've ever had from Texas has never been to California, and like everyone's
I've
always
been to California
excited.
when I was like 8, so it doesn't really count.
It doesn't count. Like
I never
you don't
like
remember.
Cali, right?
Exactly. But yeah, I love Palm Springs. It's super like
Never seen a
bougie
palm
and like
tree.
retro.
Needed that.
Well, there you go. You're funny. Okay, so the day's over. I'm in my hotel room. I didn't get to vlog as much as I wanted during the day just because things got so busy, and having a student, like my main priority is teaching them and making sure that they're good and that, you know, all that and all that. So that's neither here nor there. Y'all got to see a little bit of the day and got to meet my student, which is really cool. I'm about to head to the pool now, hence the swimsuit. Something slightly modest in case I run into any of my crew members. I don't want to be out here looking, you know, too much. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the pool for a little bit. It's super hot here, and then we're gonna go get food. We're gonna go get some sandwiches at like in a few hours. My crew and then another crew that we came in on the flight with, we're all gonna like go hang out in a little bit, so that'll be cool. I'm usually a straight up slam clicker, which just means I'm a hotel dweller. I chill in my room for the most part, but when I have a really cool crew or I meet some really cool people, I do like to hang out just because, you know, it's always nice when you meet dope people. So anyway, let's go to the pool. The pool here is not that big. It's not like, this is not one of the nicer hotels to stay in, but the beds are super comfortable. Like, I get the best sleep at this hotel. And I've never been to the pool here, so we'll see. Slight, like I said, but I'm the only one out here, so that's really all that matters. I'm about to dip in the water real quick and cool down, and then have me a little snack. Yeah, and then we'll just chit chat a little bit. I'm really hungry. I hope I can make it till 5:30 when we go get this food. Cause yeah, I'm starving and I don't want to get hangry. So, do y'all ever feel like you're just not doing enough? Like, I feel like part of it is connected to like our society's measure of success. You know, like, you're successful if you have a good paying job out of college, you have a nice car, you have a house, you're married by a certain age. Like, all these things define success. You know, like if you have 1 million followers on Instagram, if you can travel around the world and go to all these exotic places, you must be successful. And I feel like it's pushed in our faces so much, especially through like social media and the news and just, you know, peer pressure, etc., that sometimes we feel like, are we doing enough? And I really don't subscribe to like those stereotypical ideas of success. You know, I feel like I'm where I am, where I'm supposed to be. Where I am is where I'm supposed to be. And even though like when I was younger, I had all these ideas about like what my life would look like. 30 sounded so old, etc. Now that I'm here, it's kind of like, it's really not that old, you know? Like, I'm really just now really like learning some key life lessons and really starting to feel like I'm coming into myself and I have the wisdom to get to where I'm trying to go. But at 20, 21, looking back on it, I didn't really, you know, like you really have to go through some things and have some life experiences. But yeah, but lately I've just been feeling like, am I doing enough? And that's just as far as my own standards go, as far as what I know I'm capable of. Like, am I really exercising my creativity to the fullest capacity? Am I really, you know, giving all that I have to give into this world? You know, positivity, uplifting others, just being a positive force for something. And so lately I'm just like, yeah, you know, I have goals I'm trying to reach. I've really been going hard saving. That's been my goal since the beginning of this year, since January. So I've really been doing good with that. I know come February of 2020, I want to buy an RV and I want to road trip. I want to do the Pan American Highway, which goes from Alaska down to Panama City. So that is like a great excursion. Like, I really want to hit the road more and do more traveling, even just locally in the United States. There's so many great things to see. And sometimes I feel like it's so easy to get caught up thinking I have to go out of the country to experience something amazing, and you really don't. So yeah, and I still have plans to take some trips. I want to do some of those, you know, group travel trips and meet new people and just really expand my horizons. And so part of the reason why I decided to start vlogging recently was really just to hold myself accountable and to make sure that, you know, I'm doing something on a daily that, you know, is fun for me and that, you know, like inspires me and keeps me motivated to keep on the track that I want to go on. So yeah, you know, if you've been on my channel before, you know, I used to do a lot of hair videos, wig reviews, stuff like that, and part of me wants to get back to that a little bit, but really not on the sponsorship tip and not on like the hair companies are sending me stuff tip. Really just like when I want to do it, when I feel like inspired to have a new style, to try a new wig, whatever, which is how the channel started. And I really had no aspirations of being an influencer when I started, but you know, naturally companies start reaching out and you start getting different sponsorships and opportunities to work with companies, and I'm super grateful for that. But at the same time, I want to start sharing more content, more of my daily life as a flight attendant, more of the things as I start RVing and stuff. And yeah, I don't know, you know, so this was just a way for me to get out of that rut of feeling like, am I doing enough? You know, like, am I living up to my full potential and what that definition for myself is? Not what the world is saying, you know, like, I'm 30 now, I'm not married, I don't have kids, and I feel like that's all by grand design. I don't feel like I've gotten this far and I'm in the position I'm in and I have the kind of freedom that I have by mistake. And so I really want to take advantage of that, because when I do decide to have kids, you know, there's a huge amount of selflessness that goes into that, and you have to be completely ready to give of yourself. And I don't want to ever look back and be like, should I have done this? Oh, I wish I had done this, you know. And I think kids are a great gift and all of that. So whatever choice people make, I'm not knocking it. I'm just talking about where I am and the path that I've come on this far. You know, I believe I'm where I am for a reason. So that being said, do y'all ever just feel like you're not doing enough? And where do you think that stems from, and what do you do to get yourself out of that feeling of like, okay, I could be doing more? Where's my motivation? Where's that drive that's really gonna push me to that next level? And if you've already been there, what did you do to get out of it? If you're currently in it, what are you trying to get, you know, to propel yourself forward, etc. So just the thought of the day. I've been out here tanning. Really, I was just in the pool soaking up the sun. It feels so good. Like in Arizona, it's always so hot, so it's really nice to like be by some water and to soak that in. And I never mind getting a little bit of color. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill here for a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna, you know, get ready to go get food, because I'm going to sleep at a decent time tonight, that's for sure. So I've successfully warded off taking a nap. I was so tired this past hour, but I knew if I fell asleep, I was not gonna go out to eat with the crew. That was gonna be a wrap. But I also knew that I wasn't gonna sleep the whole night through. You know, I was gonna wake up and be up half the night, which is already my MO. I'm a night owl by nature. So yeah, I always have to fight to go to bed early, especially when I have early show times. So yeah, blah blah blah. I made it. It's 5 o'clock. Well, it's almost 5 o'clock, and I'm getting ready to throw on some clothes so I can go meet the crew. But I was really sitting here thinking about a concept. So I'm a night owl. I've always been a night owl. My mom said even when I was a baby, I was always up late. I was, you know, kicking it with the adults. And I know that I was born at night. I was born at 11:46-ish at night. And I wonder if the time you were born has something to do with your energy cycles when you get your energy burst. You know what I'm saying? There's people that are night owls, there are people that are morning people, there are people that don't feel alive until 3 p.m. I wonder if those times correlate with when you were born, like that natural life cycle. I'm really curious. So if y'all could answer that for me, that would be really dope. I'm thinking maybe I will poll some of my friends and also find out. I know if you don't know what time you're born, you can find it on your long form birth certificate if you happen to have one of those, or if your parents have one, to ask them and find out. But it'd be really interesting to see if that's, you know, like, what's the word I'm looking for? If that's the case, if that's scientific or something, whatever. Also, like during this time, you'll see why I'm about to be mad. I'm gonna tell you. During this time, I was editing some of the footage that I've taken so far. I uploaded to my computer and I was organizing it and arranging it and watching over it. And earlier when I was at the pool, I had a little chit chat conversation and I said like so many times in the dialogue that it drove me crazy. So if y'all are watching that, I apologize. It's something I'm actively trying to work on eliminating from my vocabulary. I had a friend bring it up to me. He's like, you say like so much, like stop saying like. I didn't even realize I do it. I think it's when I'm having a natural thought process and I'm pulling my thoughts together and trying to formulate them, I say like. I used to say a lot, and I was able to eliminate that from my vocabulary. So I'm trying to be very mindful when I speak. Do not say like. But I know I'm not the only one out there that struggles with those little connecting phrases that really make your speech sound unintelligible. It makes it sound, to me, hard to listen to. Like, I had a hard time, I just said it again, I had a hard time even listening to myself talk, and I was contemplating re-recording it, but it's not that serious. But I do want to be mindful, so I'm gonna try to just take more pauses between my thoughts and be very mindful when I speak. But yeah, anyway. You say?
What's that?
My little camera.
It's a camera.
It's a camera.
Oh, stop. No way.
Yeah. Bye. How do you do? Y'all got down here early. I didn't get the memo to come down
I
this
was afraid I
early.
wasn't gonna wake up, so I was up at like 5:30.
Are you serious?
Like I was so like afraid I was gonna
Paranoid. Aw.
I was the same. I couldn't sleep last night, so I was
Dang.
just like,
You said you start here in the
Yep. Oh no, I start
here
here.
and work my way. You work your way.
That's how I do it. But you just pick a point you always want to start, and always start there, and then go around. So
I'm
wherever
gonna
you
start
want
here
to
and then
start.
go all the way that way.
Okay. out loud what you're checking for when you're checking. So I'll know. Say out loud what it is you're checking for.
Flight deck,
And when you check the flight deck, what are you looking for in the cabin?
the lights on the
Okay.
and then all the lights are on. It has all the
So where are the lights? Can you see the green lights? Are you short enough to see them?
down
Oh, okay.
on the extra side and the blue down.
And below the bin.
You have to do it like to where like you don't know anything about like them like personally.
Well, it actually helps if you do know them personally. Like my best friend, I know everything about her, and I read her cards, and like I just read out of the book and she interprets it, but like I know obviously what she's talking about. It is closer. It's better if you have a connection with the person.
Yeah, I didn't have me shuffle last time. Like any time like she shuffled in.
Did you go to a place like?
No, it's just when I had her hotel room.
Oh, it was like another flight? Oh, it was like one of your ground school friends?
So that's you.
Oh, that's me.
King of coin. I thought it said king of cons.
Yeah, it's definitely not me.
Maybe not for long.
Well, I'm like, you know, I'm like now.
Stop.
Fulfillment through a relationship. Love of one creates compassion for others. Material happiness and security. If you're in a new relationship, this card indicates that it will be deeper and more significant than previous relationships. If you're in an established relationship, it indicates that problems will be overcome.
Wow.
And the bond is deep and strong despite any surface tensions.
Oh, this is fortune.
See?
Yeah.
So there's like a screen and then you can flip it.
Oh, snap. You're opening a portal up? What's going
Yeah.
It's not a Ouija board.
Got a portal opening. Call the Ghostbusters.
I already have bad things attached to me because of that. I'm good.
The Men in Black. Get your boy.
It really is.
That's my boy.
Get your boy.
I'm not, I mean, like, my biggest fear is
It's the good.
Look at you. Do your dance again. Do your dance again. Do your dance again.
What? What's up, man? Chop, bro. Josh. Eddie Chop, New Orleans, man.
I would love
That's the first thing he told me whenever I met him.
Right there. And then come here. My house is in Mary. You get up the plane, bam, I'm ready.
Nice.
He said, bam.
No, you won't. I leave the key.
Well, I think we know we're going for Mardi Gras.
That's where I need to go for tarot.
Yeah, I know.
I can bring it so much.
This guy is
So you
crazy.
been
I like it.
Do you sing?
Sometimes.
Sing for us.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. What do you know? Beyonce? That's so stereotypical. Okay, he had a little harmonized in there. Oh, we have the double wide galley. I love the double wide. My favorite. My favorite. Well, then you can actually hang out up here and be comfortable. Hi.
Hey, Brian.
I'm Shen. This is not my right hand.
You're doing the IOE, huh?
Yes, sir.
I saw you in there, building.
Yeah, I saw
Brian.
you in there too. Hi again.
Hey, lovely.
So I'm done. It's the sunset. Probably can't even like see it like that. But anyway, I'm done. I wish I had gotten a video. My student, she passed. She was so emotional. The last flight was crazy. It was just so much stuff going on. It was a lot. And it makes it even harder when you have a student and she's trying to learn and she made a mistake and she was emotional. She started crying. And I'm like, girl, it's good. You're fine. You caught it. But yeah, we had a lot of fun this trip. I really, really wish I had recorded it. At least like recorded her afterwards, like when I told her she passed and stuff. But yeah, I'm done. So I get to go home for one night and then I'll be back at the airport in the morning. I'm really trying to get the hang of this vlogging thing so I can actually remember to pick up the camera and record. It's like kind of foreign. But anyway, look at these palm trees. I don't know, palm trees just make me so happy. So yeah, I'll holler at y'all.